a new opportunities initiative for students' engagement. And we all heard him talk about the previous project called ACT. Well, in essence, what NOISE does is it takes all the research that ACT found out and it puts it into action. Both programs, ACT and NOISE, come from the School of Social Work. NOISE for Social Change is a one-year pilot program designed to enhance civic engagement and psychological well-being through engaged learning opportunities. Our aim is to enhance success of Jane and Finch youth, as well as MSW, which is Masters of Social Working students, and BSW students. NOISE for Social Change brings together 20 grade 9 students, 20 grade 12 students, 20 BSW students, and 20 MSW students, and 20 social work alumni. They will learn to work together on a community action project together, so they'll be working on projects all as one. So why does NOISE exist? A lot of people ask this question. And we all heard the presentation previous to mine, which stated that one of the main problems in the Jane and Finch community is that we have a low attainment rate for post-secondary school. So not a lot of our students are going to post-secondary school, and we feel that this is a problem. And NOISE wants to turn this around. We actually want to make the Jane and Finch community into a community of learning. So we want to increase the enrollment rate within Jane and Finch community, but we also want to decrease the dropout rate of these students. And we intend to do this by making them familiar with the York University campus and the post-secondary setting from early off, so they're not completely surprised when they do enter this setting. We intend on doing this by helping them build relationships with people who can help them during this transition. In other words, we want the students from Jane and Finch community going and finishing some form of post-secondary education. NOISE strives to inspire confidence in academic abilities and promote the possibility of post-secondary attainment. So, what are the guiding aims and principles of NOISE? Well, we believe that education is an intervention that allows you to resist unjust and oppressive conditions by imagining new possibilities. We also believe that youth have the capacity and the right to fully participate in community and transformation. We also believe that creating opportunities and environments for engaged learning will foster stronger community connections and lifelong success. The School of Social Work in York University is committed to working with the Jane and Finch community. So how exactly do we intend on doing this? Well, we've developed a lot of plans for NOISE, but one of the most important things we have thought about is something that we're calling the summer learning retreat. So the summer learning retreat will learn to our full program, which begins in the fall. And last year we had something called the CBR. Well, we kind of changed it up to make it a little bit more interactive and educational. So first, it's no longer just a summer program, but it's a summer learning retreat, which consists of 4 sessions, each 8 hours long. Once completed, the participants will take part in the full program, which begins in September. The summer retreat will offer students an opportunity to give back by acquiring valuable skills. It will involve grade 11 students, grade 8 students taking part in the 4-day-long retreat. We want to talk about issues like the history of Jane and Finch community and the Greater Toronto area, issues with identity and community action. The point of the summer retreat is to gain students who are interested and motivated in this field. In the summer, we briefly prepare them for the pods, which begin in the fall. So the point of this is we want to build relationships with the youth and teach them how they can give back to the community. It is within this pod that they will gain in-depth knowledge of the community-based research. Furthermore, they will be asked to create a project which will reflect the research they have conducted and their findings. So in essence, the summer learning retreat and the pods that follow are supposed to be a learning experience for these students. The youth bundles that are in the pods consist of the high school youth, BSW students, MSW students, graduate assistants, and faculty members. And these pods teaches them how to conduct research, which will allow them to give back to the community. But it also builds relationships with them and prepares them for post-secondary school so they have a smooth transition when they return. So over time, we feel that this will benefit the Jane and Finch community as a whole, because with more people from the community graduating with post-secondary degrees, it means that the overall well-being of the community will increase as well. So the summer retreat wishes to build relationships with students. So we had a question previously about what are we going to do after the 5-year pilot program, like what's our plans after our program is over. Well, one of the things we wish to do is to build relationships, like I've stressed a lot of times. We're going to have the MSW students helping the BSW students because they've had that experience, they can help them. Then we're going to have the BSW students helping the grade 12 students who are now transitioning into post-secondary school. We're going to have the grade 12 students helping the grade 9 students who are now coming into high school. So it's all kind of a connection of people helping people. And it's going to be people helping people, people mentoring people, people motivating people. So even if our program doesn't continue, which we hope it does, they'll still have those relationships to help them through this process. So you have another thing that I have to stress is that you have Jane and Finch youth getting familiar with your campus, which encourages post-secondary after their graduation. But then we also have a lot of York students getting familiar with the Jane and Finch community. Now, I know one of the things that I learned when I came to York, because I didn't go to York, is that a lot of the students that do go to York have this stigmatization of Jane and Finch and think of it as this really bad community. But they really have never been into the Jane and Finch community. They've never been there, they've never experienced it. By putting the BSW students working with high school students, you have the students experience the Jane and Finch community. So it's not just Jane and Finch students coming into York and being in this new environment. It's the York students going into Jane and Finch and learning about the community that surrounds their schools. So Noise's goal is to help keep youth involved in the community and furthermore keep them in school. We have big dreams, and so far all